myself B. Kashinath, working as senior lecturer in electronics and communication engineering at Government Polytechnic, Sangareddy. Presently, I am going to teach the subject of electronic measuring instrument, which comes under the third year, 5th semester, and the subject code is 18 EC 504, and it comes under the elective subject, and it is the first option for elective. So it is 18 EC 504 EA, and the topic which I am going to discuss today is digital instruments, which is third chapter in the course of EMI, and the subtopic in digital instruments, and this is almost the final topic in third chapter. After this we will be having the specifications of the digital LCR meter. So this one is working of a digital LCR meter. So in the previous class we have learned about the accuracy of the frequency meter, where accuracy of the frequency meter depends on the range selection, accuracy specification, and reciprocal counting. For range selection we have to select the lowest possible range for correct result, that is highest number of counts or highest number of clock cycles for measurement of lowest range of frequency we have to choose. And the accuracy specifications says that there will be always plus or minus 1 gate count error will be there, that is denoted by the plus or minus 1 LSD, where LSD stands for least significant digit. And we may have the errors due to the time base. So time base is derived from the 1 megahertz crystal oscillator. Crystal oscillator may prone to differences in temperatures, differences in supply voltages, and differences in aging. Means after years its performance may deteriorate. So we have to include that error also. So accuracy specification we are measuring it as plus or minus 1 LSD plus or minus time base error. And third one is the reciprocal counting. So sorry, reciprocal counting method is used when we are measuring the low frequency measurements, where the percentage of error is more when we are going for the low frequency measurements of accuracy. For high frequency measurement we are going for direct technique of measurement, but whereas for low frequency measurement we are going for reciprocal counting. In that method we are applying directly the crystal oscillator output that is given to the time base generator, that is directly applied to one of the input terminals of the AND gate, so that we are getting the time period. Within that time period how many counts it is counting. By using that we are reducing the 1% of error to 0.01%. So that is almost 1 by 100% or 1 by that is 1% to 0.01%. So it will be almost 1 by 100th term. So we are reducing the error to 1 by 100 times, so that will be far better compared to 1% in case of lower frequency measurements using the digital frequency meter. So that topic we have already covered in the last yesterday's topic. So today we are going to discuss about the working of the digital LCR meter. So also it is called digital impedance meter, as combination of this inductance, capacitance, and resistance various combination that may have either RC or RL or RLC you will be having, or LC sometimes you will call it as impedance. So it is digital impedance meter or digital LCR meter. In that one we can know the measurement of first, now the measurement of inductance, next know the measurement of capacitance, finally we are going to know the measurement of resistance. So on completion of this topic we can know the working of this digital LCR meter. In that one we can have this three types. We can measure inductance, capacitance and resistance. So this is the basic block diagram of digital LCR meter. So you can draw this diagram, you can take the screenshot, or it is better to draw the diagram. So this is the basic block diagram of digital LCR meter. So in that one you will be having the switch circuit, different blocks or switch circuit, three conversion circuits. So first one is linear conversion of inductive impedance into voltage, and second one is linear conversion of capacitive impedance into voltage, and third one is current to voltage converter. So whatever may be the value, unknown value, we are converting finally them into the voltage. So whether it may be inductance, capacitance or resistance, we are converting them into voltage. That is given to in case of capacitance and inductive measurement, that will be given to the phase sensitive detector to detect the phase also. That is, for inductance you will be having the phase leading, voltage will be leading. In case of capacitance, voltage will be lagging the current by in case of inductance it is 90 plus 90 degrees, in case of capacitance it is minus 90 degrees. So that is leading and lagging. Finally whatever the voltages that are available at the output, which are given to the analog to digital converter, which will convert the whatever the real voltage, real time voltages into digital ones, that are displayed by your counted by the whatever the pulses counted by the decade counter and given to the digital readout, that may be your BCD or 7 segment, mostly 7 segment displays, which will display the value corresponds to your either L, C or R. So the block diagram of LCR contains, first block is switch circuit, second one is conversion circuits, third one is phase sensitive detector, and fourth one is analog to digital converter, and fifth one is decade counter, and the sixth one is digital readout. So there are totally how many blocks? 6 blocks are available in the digital LCR meter. You can note down this one. So the first block is switching circuit. The switching may be either you can go for manual switching, or second one is automatic or inside semiconducting switch, or automatic switch, manual, or you can go for automatic switch. So for finding the unknown values of LCR, that is inductance, capacitance, resistor components, you will be having the front panel controls on the digital LCR meter that has this manual or automatic switch. So this is a rotary switch with the help of which we can select the desired function can be selected. That is, this switching is a rotary switch by which help we can select the desired function. So also it is having the various ranges. So if you are selecting either we can switch to required position for measuring the, either you can select in unknown inductance or capacitance or resistance. That is, this rotary switch with which help desired function can be selected, and it has various ranges within that selection. That is, either you are selecting inductance or capacitance or resistance, it has various ranges, and the desired range can be selected with the help of range selector switch. So again we will be having the one more switch, that is range selector switch. So after selecting the this rotary switch, so that is either your manual or automatic, after selecting either inductance, capacitance or resistance, you will be having the range selector switch with which we can have various ranges, and desired range can be selected with the of the range selector switch. And the various ranges available on the digital LCR meter, you can note down these values if that are first range is 200 microhenries or picofarads or ohms. This is the first range. And second range is 2000 microhenries or picofarads or ohms. And third range is 20 millihenries or nanofarads or kilo ohms. And next one is 200 millihenries or nanofarads or kilo ohms. So we will be having the, by using the switching circuit, that is switching that may be either manual switch or automatic switch, for finding the unknown values of this LCR. On the front panel of digital LCR meter we will be having either manual or automatic switch. Once we select this switch, we are selecting the different values of LCR. That is, you can select either L, that is if you are measuring the inductance, you can select C for measuring the capacitance, you can select the resistance for measuring the unknown resistance. So within this again also we will be having the different ranges, and the desired range can be selected with the help of the range selector switch. And the various ranges on the digital LCR meter are, first one is 200 microhenry or picofarad or ohms. Second one is 2000 microhenries or picofarads or ohms. And third one is 20 millihenries or nanofarads or kilo ohms. And fourth one is 2000 millihenries or nanofarads or kilo ohms. So this is about the switching circuits. And next one is conversion circuits. So this conversion circuit is used for converting the unknown parameter into voltage. So conversion circuits will convert the unknown parameter, that may be unknown inductance, capacitance or resistance, into voltage quantity. And we will be having three types of conversion circuit for each of the component, unknown component, that is measurement of unknown inductance, measurement of unknown capacitance, and third one is measurement of unknown resistance. So we will be having the three conversion circuits. So linear conversion of unknown inductance, linear conversion of unknown capacitance, and measurement of unknown resistance. So three types of conversion circuits. So one will convert the unknown inductance value into the voltage, and second one converts the unknown capacitance into voltage, and third one is measurement of unknown resistance, that is also we are converting the current to the voltage converters, that we are calling it as IVC, current to voltage converter. So coming to the unknown inductance, measurement of the unknown inductance. This is the conversion circuit of the conversion of inductive impedance into the voltage. You can draw this diagram or take screenshot. So the conversion circuit is nothing but the combination of the operational amplifier with the phase sensitive detector. On the we are giving the input to the non-inverting terminal. Input voltage is applied to the non-inverting terminal, and output is taken across the inductor. Output is taken across the inductor, that is voltage VL. For that one we have to find the current through the resistor. So whatever the current that is passing through the inductor, it is same as the current through the inductor. From that concept we are finding the voltage across the inductor. From that we are measuring the unknown inductance. So again it is given to the phase sensitive detector. So based on the phase sensitive detector output, so it may be either in phase or it is 90 degrees phase shift. In case of inductance, it is in phase. In the case of that is capacitance, is quadrature, we are calling it as. So that is so here you see the conversion circuit consists of the op amp and phase sensitive detector. So we are having op amp to which a known voltage is given to the non-inverting terminal. So we are applying a known voltage is given to the non-inverting terminal, that is plus terminal of the op amp, and we have to measure the current on the unknown inductance. So whatever the current measured in the unknown inductance, this current is also going through the resistor. So resistor R, which will give the voltage developed across the inductor. So here we are applying the input voltage of 1.6 volts, and from the diagram you can see that the resistance is 1 kilo ohms, and your inductance is unknown, and input voltage is 1.6 volts. Input voltage is 1.6 volts of frequency of 1 kilohertz sine wave. So conversion circuit consists of the op amp to which a known voltage is applied to the non-inverting terminal. Then we have to measure the current in the unknown inductance, and the same current is going through the resistor, gives the voltage developed across it. So input voltage is how much? 1.6 volts, and the resistance from the diagram is 1 kilo ohms. So your current will be equal to 1.6 volts by, as per the Ohm's law, I equal to V by R, 1.6 by 1 kilo ohms. So it will be 1.6 by 1 into 10 to the power of 3. So it will be 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So current is given as 1.6 milliamps. 1.6 milliamps. So from that we are getting the current value. So substitute that one in voltage across the inductor. So voltage across the inductor is given by the current into your inductive reactance. So inductive reactance XL. So XL equal to 2 pi F into L. So substituting the values from the previous calculations, current is 1.6 milliamps, 2 pi, frequency is 1 kilohertz. Let us assume the value of inductance of 100 millihenries. 100 millihenries. Then you are getting the voltage across the inductor as 1 volt RMS. If suppose you are applying the L equal to 200 millihenries, then you are getting VL equal to 2 volts. So from this we can say that the voltage developed across the inductor is directly proportional to the inductive impedance. So as the inductive impedance is increasing, voltage across the inductor is also increasing proportionately. So we can say that L is directly proportional to the inductive impedance. So for measuring the capacitance value, here also the conversion circuit, we are having the op amp and phase sensitivity detector. Input is applied to the non-inverting terminal, and output is taken across here. The output is taken across the resistor. So whatever the current developed across the voltage developed across the capacitor is same is will be converted into current. So that current we are converting the voltage developed across the resistor of 1 kilo ohms. So that will give you the capacitance value in this case. So you can draw this diagram. So it is almost similar. There in case of the inductance, we are putting the on the output side we are placing the inductance, but in the case of measuring of capacitance, on the output side we are placing the resistance. So downside you will be having the capacitance, whereas in that on the output side, downside you will be having the resistance. So same input voltage, non-inverting terminal 1.6 volts, 1 kilohertz. So you will be having again the phase sensitivity detector, that is across of the output. So across the output we are developing the voltage across the resistance. So same phase sensitivity detector output will be, one is in phase component and one is quadrature component. So here the input voltage is developed across the capacitor. So there we are measuring the current, here we are measuring the voltage. So input voltage is developed across the capacitor and the output voltage is measured across the resistor. So output voltage is measured across the resistor. So the current equation is I equal to V by XC. I equal to V by XC. So XC is the capacitive reactance. XC equal to 1 by 2 pi FC. 1 by 2 pi FC. As per Ohm's law, voltage across the resistor will be, that is across the outputs, VR will be equal to I into R. So your input voltage is 1.6 volts RMS, F equal to 1 kilohertz, R equal to 1 kilo ohms. Substitute these values. So I equal to V by XC, where XC equal to 1 by 2 pi FC. So that is coming to the numerator again. So V into 2 pi FC, substitute the values. So 1.6, 2 pi, 1 kilohertz. So let us assume the value of C as 0.1 microfarads. Then you are getting the value of I equal to 1 milliamps. So then we have to find the voltage across the resistor. So that will gives the indication of the capacitance value. IR will be 1 milliamps into 1 kilo ohm, 1 volt RMS. So the voltage developed across the resistor is directly proportional to the capacitive impedance. From this we can come to the conclusion that the voltage that is developed across the resistor is directly proportional to the capacitive impedance. For inductance measurement, we are using the transistorized shifter, or we can use op-amp shifter circuit, which is employed to convert the inductor voltage into two quantities. One is quadrature and second one is in phase voltages. So for inductance measurement we are using the transistorized shifter or op-amp shifter circuit, which is employed to convert the inductor voltage into quadrature and in phase voltages. In case of capacitance measurement, uh, the phase sensitive detector. We are not using the op-amp shifter or transistorized shifter, we are using the PSD. PSD stands for phase sensitive detector, which converts the resistor voltage into, so we are taking, in case of capacitance measurement, voltage is developed across the resistor, so we are using the phase sensitive detector, which converts the resistor voltage into quadrature and in phase components proportional to what? Capacitive current, proportional to capacitive current. For measurement of resistance, how it will look like. So here the conversion circuit converts the current to voltage converter, that is given to the analog to digital converter, that is so after conversion of analog voltage to digital, that pulses will be counted by the decade counter, and that is given to the display unit, that is digital readout. So this current to voltage converter is nothing but again the op-amp circuit. For that one you are giving the input to the inverting terminal, non-inverting terminal is grounded by using of that virtual ground concept. Whatever the current passing through the input will be equal to the current through the unknown resistor that is connected in between the input and output of the operational amplifier. So this circuit is called as IVC circuit, so which will convert the whatever the input current to the output voltage. So from this we may pass the known current through the unknown resistance. We can develop the voltage, that is V equal to I into R, where we are given different values of resistance. Then your current will be known. Whatever the voltage developed across the output, that is directly proportional to your unknown resistance. That is the concept of the current to voltage converter. As input current is known, we are applying the different known unknown values of resistance. Whatever the voltage output voltage, that is op-amp output. So here the circuit is called this is IVC circuit, current to voltage converter. Whatever the voltage out at the output is directly proportional to your resistance. So that in that type we are finding the unknown resistance. So whatever that output voltage, that is converted into digital one by using the analog to digital converter, that is given to the decade counter to count the number of pulses in the digital 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 pulse voltages, and that is given to the digital readout, that is 7 segment display or 3.5 digit display, which will display your voltage value, which is nothing but your unknown resistance value. So this is how the LCR meter look like. So it is having 3.5 digit display, and you will be having the unknown quantities, that is unknown measurement by using this Kelvin clamps. So you will be having the pair of Kelvin clamps, and you can select the by using that manual or automatic switch. You can select either L, C or you're having two more switches, two more measurements. By using this LCR meter, you can measure conductance and dissipation factor also. Conductance as well as the dissipation factor you will be having after selection of individual quantity, that is LCR. You will be having the range switch to select the different ranges that we have already told. There are 4 ranges that will be displayed on the digital display, and you will be having the on off button. So it can measure the resistance, inductance, capacitance, dissipation factors. So how it will measure? So digital LCR meter shown in the figure can measure the inductance, capacitance, resistance, conductance G, and dissipation factor D. So the desired function is selected by the push button. So by using the push button you can select the desired function, which quantity you want to measure. The range switch is normally set to automatic position for convenience. So as I have already said, the range switch is normally set to auto position for convenience. You can change if you want to measure different ranges of unknown quantities of LCRs. When number of similar measurements are to be made, so when we are going for similar measurements, it is faster to use the appropriate range instead of the automatic range. So that is already that you, if you want to have different ranges, then you are going for the appropriate range instead of the auto. That is, we are changing the auto position to your manual position. Then you are selecting by using the range selection switch. You can go for different ranges of your measurement of LCR. So you will be having the 4 terminals are provided for the connection of the component to be measured. So 2 terminals of current, 2 terminals of voltages are provided for connection of the component to be measured. For general use, each pair of current and voltage terminals are joined together at 2 spring clips. So out of 4 terminals, each pair of one pair of current and another pair of voltage terminals are joined together at 2 spring clips known as Kelvin clips, which facilitates quick connection of the components. So bias terminals are also available at the rear of the instruments. At back side of the digital LCR meter, you will be having the bias terminals, so that the bias current can be passed through an inductor, or a bias voltage applied to the capacitor during the measurement. So for applying the bias current for the measurement of inductor, or bias voltage for capacitor measurement, you can have the bias terminals at the back side of the instruments. So from that bias terminals you can apply the either bias current or bias voltage for measurement of inductor as well as capacitor. And the accuracy, typical accuracies are plus or minus 0.25%, plus 1 plus 0.002, or L, C or G digits. For the distortion, the measurement accuracy is plus or minus 2% plus 0.010. So resistance measurements may be made directly on the digital LCR instrument over a wide range of 2 ohms to 2 mega ohms. So from 2 ohms to 2 ohms to 2 mega ohms, you can have directly you can measure by the digital LCR meter instruments. So resistance between the 2 mega ohms to 1000 mega ohms, that is if you are measuring for a large resistance values, that is on the order of several hundred mega ohms, that is 2 mega ohms to 1000 mega ohms, can be measured as not directly as resistances. We are going for the conductance. So then the resistance can be calculated as R equal to 1 by G. So we are for measuring the high resistances, we are measuring the conductance. So after we are measuring the conductance, the resistance will be given by the 1 by G. So inverse of the conductance will be given as resistance. So conductance is measured over a range of 2 microsiemens to 20 siemens. So conductance is measured over a range of 2 microsiemens to 20 Siemens. And inductance and capacitive measurements may be made directly over a range of 200 microhenries to 200 henries, and capacitance 200 picofarad to 2000 microfarad respectively. So that is by using the range selection switch. And the dissipation factor D is determined by pressing and holding the D button while the L and C button are still selected. You can select the L and C button also for measurement of D dissipation factor. The D button will be there on the front panel control of digital LCR meter. You have to press and hold the D button while your L and C button is still selected. By that you can measure the dissipation factors. So that dissipation factor, uh, again you can measure the quality factor of the inductor, that is given by reciprocal of the D. So when you are measuring the dissipation factor, so 1 by D will be equal to the quality factor. So by using this digital LCR meter we can measure also the Q factor also by measuring the dissipation factor. The inverse of the 1 by dissipation factor will give you the Q factor. So Q factor in case of inductor, it will be given as omega Ls by Rs. Similarly, the Q factor of the capacitor is omega Cp into Rp, and it is again equal to 1 by dissipation factor, reciprocal of the dissipation factors. So in this class we have learned about the various blocks of LCR meters. First, basic block diagram of LCR meter and various blocks, and function of each block, that is working of each block for measurement of unknown inductance, measurement of unknown capacitance, measurement of unknown resistance, and working of the LCR meter for measuring the different that is LCR, and you can measure the dissipation factor and conductance. Once you measure the dissipation factor, you can measure also the quality factor by reciprocal of dissipation factor. So simple quiz, digital LCR meter used to measure the inductance, capacitance, resistance, all the above. So it can measure all the components. So our answer is all of the above. The main heart of the digital LCR meter is Wheatstone bridge, shearing bridge, LCR bridge, none of the above. So it is the LCR bridge. What are the frequently asked questions in this one is draw the block diagram of digital LCR meter and explain the function of each block. So it is asked for the essay question, then you have to draw the block diagram and explain each function block of the how you are measuring the unknown inductance and unknown capacitance and unknown resistance, and draw the conversion circuit for current to voltage and explain its operation, that is for unknown resistance measurement if it is asked for 3 marks questions like that. So this is the block diagram and explanation of digital LCR meter. Thank you.